Hey everyone, it's Matt. Today I'm looking at a dash cam, a company I've never reviewed before. The company's called Gecko, and this is the myGEKOgear Owlscout dual view dash cam. It's a dual view with the camera here facing the front, and then there's one for inside your cabin as well. So, just a couple features I wanted to talk about before I show you what I've unboxed, and then we'll unbox the camera, is that this camera does have built-in Wi-Fi. So there's an app called the myGEKOgear app. It's got 145 degree wide field of vision inside and 145 degrees outside, 140 degrees inside. As you can see that it's got a suction cup mount, which is actually an adhesive suction cup, a mini USB cable, card charger. It does come with a 16 gig memory card, micro SD memory card. You can support up to 64 gigs on this one. A couple other features is that it is in full 1080p. It does have night vision, so I'll be showing some night vision. Small LCD screen, and of course, because it is a dash cam, it comes with G-sensor. G-sensor again is when your vehicle is impacted, it'll sense that motion, whether the vehicle is parked or not, and then it will start recording. So I'm going to take the camera out and speak about it a little bit more. So here's a look at the camera out of the box. As you can see, very unique shape. I've never held a camera that's this shape before. That's because it's got the cabin camera attached down at the bottom there. That's where your micro SD card goes, and you've got your wiring hookups and your mount up top there. The power buttons along the side. 2.7-inch LCD screen. Judging by these buttons on the side, it's probably not a touch screen. I'll show you what else comes inside the box. Here is your power source. As you can see, the wires are long enough that you can hide them at the top of your vehicle. 16 gig micro SD card, just a standard class 10. This does support up to 64 gigs, and one of the things I'll be talking about a little bit later once I get this powered on is if there is a native formatting opportunity. If there is not the ability to format your card on this dash cam, anything over 32 gigs might require you to get it FAT32 partitioned like most dash cams, and I'll let you know as I go further through the review. Here's your mount, very small. It is a suction mount, and as you can see, it's adhesive, so already got some dust and dirt and stuff on it. And truth be told, half of it was in the box when it came that way, but that's no big deal. And then a micro SD cable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my windshield now. You might see some wiring hanging off the side during this review, and that's just because I do have an existing dash cam, and because it's got an adhesive GPS, I've left the GPS there. I've tried to tie the wiring as best as I can, but you might see it out of the corner of the screen. So just a quick fair word of warning that it's not this camera itself, it's just something that exists from the dash cam I have in my car already.
So let's talk about setup inside the car. And as a way of showing you the in-dash camera, I'm actually recording while I'm inside the car, and this is what the in-dash camera looks like. Now, one of the things that inevitably that you're going to be thinking about is, where am I going to set the camera up in my car? Well, with the unique shape of this camera, which is the camera up top and the little in-dash camera at the bottom, you don't really have to worry about obstruction. So I'm going to show you, here for example, this is the Nextbase 322GW that I reviewed not too long ago that also has an in-cabin camera. And when you set it up like this, one of the things that you worried about was if you set it up too high, the rear view mirror was going to obstruct the view of what was happening inside the car. You don't have to worry about that as much here. So you can place this up top, and this camera here will kind of hang down below, and there's not going to be too much obstruction. So that's really nice. So let's look at some of the footage from inside the camera day and night, and inside the cabin day and night, and outside day and night.
Let's start with camera footage during the middle of the day. As you can see, it's very clear. These are also set to the default settings so that this is the out-of-the-box solution that I'm showing you. You have a couple timestamping options available to you as well. You'll see that there's date stamping on this clip, and later on I'll show you something that has GPS coordinates and speed captured as well. I did mention that I'd touch on card size and formatting. Yes, this camera does have formatting on board, but if you're going to use anything larger than 32 gigs, I do recommend having it FAT32 formatted before you start using it, just to save yourself the headache. The myGEKOgear mobile app is extremely easy to use. Using local Wi-Fi, the camera syncs up to your phone so that you can watch and download your videos to your phone or record and watch live. If that doesn't suit you, you can just stick the memory card into the reader and plug that into your computer, or plug the dash cam itself into the computer using the provided cable and watch directly from there. It's not hidden behind a wall of directories, and it's encoded in regular MP4 formatting for ease of use. Of course, you can watch it off your camera as well, since there's a 2.7-inch LCD screen. Which actually that brings us to my main beef with this camera, which is probably the menus on the camera itself. They're a little bit clunky and take a little while to get used to, so you might want to spend a few minutes with the instructions learning which button does what. You'll also want to be careful with the mount itself. I accidentally snapped off the release latch with very little force. You'll likely not have to remove the camera off the mount too often since the card comes off the side of the camera, but honestly it was a little bit of an annoyance. What you'll get from the Gecko Owlscout Dash Cam is a pretty easy experience and well suited for somebody who is looking for an easy use camera that does all the standard features really well. If you're looking for something simplistic, definitely the way to go. There is a lack of bells and whistles you get with more advanced and higher priced cameras like advanced driver assist or red light camera detection, but these aren't deal breakers to me because they're not really things that are included with like 80% of the cameras out there. If these features are what you're looking for though, this one is probably a pass. In addition, the recording caps out at 30 frames per second, so if you're interested in something that records at, say, 60 frames per second, again, the Owlscout isn't the option for you.
Gecko actually says that they are all about providing high-quality solutions for a low price, and to that regard, this is a fairly entry-level price as well. However, it offers a lot that you don't see. You know, this is a first I guess I should say all-encompassing camera that I've reviewed that actually had an in-dash. I did talk about, you know, this next space, for example, where the in-dash camera was an add-on, and this one comes with it. And not only does it come with it, it comes with it underneath the camera so that you don't have to worry about obstructions wherever you're placing it in your car. And one thing that I didn't cover is that it actually swivels around as well, if you need that to swivel. So, that's a really good feature, and again, I think for this offers a really good bang for the buck. And if you're looking to purchase this for yourself or as a gift, it's a, you know, to me it's a no-brainer if it's exactly what you want. But if you are looking for something a little bit more advanced, like I said, it might be time to look for a different camera, and there are lots of other options out there. However, for what it provides, the myGEKOgear Owlscout is an excellent camera, and I highly recommend it to you. Thanks for watching this review. My name is Matt. Please subscribe to the channel for more dash cam reviews like this, and I'll be coming with more soon. Take care.